everyone, I'm going to tell you a story about Pinocchio. There was once a carpenter called Gepetto. One day, Gepetto took the magic wood home and carved a little puppet boy from it. He gave the boy a suit of clothes and a hat with a feather in it. The wooden boy danced around the room for Gepetto and made him laugh. "Hello," he said. Gepetto named the boy Pinocchio. "You must go to school like other children," Gepetto told him. So the next morning, Gepetto skipped off to school on his wooden legs. As he went along, a cricket hopped up onto his shoulder. "You look like you could use a friend," he told Pinocchio. "I will help you learn right from wrong." A little further down the road, Pinocchio met a fox and a cat. They had heard the sound of dinner money jingling in his pocket. "Don't bother going to school," said the fox. "Come and play with us instead." Pinocchio, not knowing any better, thought that sounded like a good idea. "I don't think you are doing the right thing," the cricket told him. "You promised your father you would go to school." But Pinocchio paid no attention to the cricket. The cat and the fox led Pinocchio into a dark forest. "If you plant money here, it will grow into a money tree," they told him. "Just come back tomorrow and you'll see." "That doesn't sound right," said the cricket. "That money was for your dinner." But Pinocchio didn't listen. He dug a hole in the ground and buried the coins in it. Then Pinocchio went home, feeling very hungry. He did not tell his father that he hadn't been to school. Next morning, Pinocchio didn't go to school either. Instead, with the cricket on his shoulder, skipped into the forest to find his money tree. When Pinocchio reached the spot where he buried his coins, there was no money tree. He dug down to look for the coins he had planted, but they were gone. "The fox and the cat have played a trick on you," said the cricket. "They just wanted to get your money." Pinocchio felt rather silly, but he pretended he didn't care. Stumped off into the forest. "I'm going on an adventure," he said. The little cricket begged him to go back to Gepetto. But Pinocchio walked on until it was dark and he was a little scared. Soon they came to a tiny cottage or a small house. Pinocchio ran to the door and knocked loudly. A pretty fairy with turquoise hair answered the door. "We're lost," explained Pinocchio. "Please, can you help us?" The fairy invited them in and gave them some food. "Why are you so far from home?" she asked kindly. Pinocchio did not want to tell her that he had disobeyed his father. "I was chased by a giant," he lied. Suddenly, Pinocchio's nose grew a little. "The giant was taller than the trees," continued Pinocchio. "Pinocchio's nose grew some more, and I ran into the forest to escape," he continued, and Pinocchio's nose grew again. He touched it in wonder. "I have put a spell on you," said the fairy. "Every time you tell a lie, your wooden nose will grow." Pinocchio began to cry. How he wished he had gone to school like his father had said. "I won't tell you any more why," promised Pinocchio. The fairy called some friendly woodpeckers who pecked at Pinocchio's long nose until it was back to the way it used to be. In the morning, Pinocchio rushed back through the forest with the little cricket perched on his shoulders. From now on, I will do what father just tells me, he said. But when he got home, Gibito wasn't there. Instead, there was a note on the kitchen table. Dear Pinocchio, I have gone to look for you. I miss you, my son. Your loving father, Gibito. Pinocchio was very sad. He knew he had caused a lot of trouble. We must find my father and bring him home, he sobbed. So he and the cricket set off again at once. They began their search down by the river. Pinocchio stood too near the edge of the water, and he fell in with a splash. The cricket both swallowed by an enormous fish. The cricket jumped in to help him, but they were both swallowed by enormous fish. There in the fish's tummy, they found Gibito. Pinocchio hugged his father tightly. I won't leave you again, he said. The clever wooden boy took the feather from his hat and tickled the fish. Achoo! The fish gave a mighty sneeze, and Gibito, Pinocchio, and the cricket shot back out through the fish's mouth and landed on the bank of the river. Then that night, when Pinocchio was up in his own little bed, fast asleep, the fairy with turquoise hair flew in through his window. "Ah, good, brave boy," she said as he slept, and she kissed him on the forehead. Mwah! When Pinocchio awoke the next morning, found that he was no longer made from wood. He was a real boy! From then on, he was always a good son to Gibito and the best of friends with the crickets. He didn't need to tell him right from wrong ever again. The story has ended. The end. So the moral lesson of this story: you should never lie to your friends, your family, or any people you know. That's it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.